Hey there, it's Yvette showing you how to connect If This Then That, a really cool automation tool with WordPress blogs, so that if people do a blog, it's automatically going to go out on the person's channels. So this is a brand new one I have to set up for a client I was working with. So I don't sign in, I sign up because they have no account. So I'm going to do the client's account. I'm just actually thinking they're probably going to get a notification and I'm going to not. Anyway, I'll do her usual password and I'll make a note of it somewhere safe, and then I create the account. Here I go, I'm in. So the first thing you've got to know about If This Then That is you've got to create what are called channels. I'm just going to save this to my LastPass, my little password thing. So it's saying if this, then that, and you can connect two simple online things together to make some magic, automation magic. Okay, I'm just going to go continue because I know what I'm doing. So for this client first, I need to get her channels on. Now I could go nuts putting them all on, but I'm only going to do what I was contracted for. In this case, it's for her blog post to go out to her social networks. That's it. So what blog posts are going to come out on is an RSS feed. On WordPress, every single blog post has its own RSS feed. So if I go to the website in question, this is it here. I'm just going to pull it out. And on a WordPress site, I believe it's just feed is your natural RSS feed. I'm just going to test that theory. If it'll load. Bit slow, got too much open. Okay, so for sure. Whatever the URL is that you're working on plus feed, that is the RSS feed if you're on a WordPress site. If you're not, it could be different. So here we go. I'm going to add the feed. Select two more channels. I'm going to add a Twitter and a Facebook. Let's continue. Finding recipes for me to be helpful. Don't worry about those because I know some and I'm going to make some. So we're going to channels and I need to put them on, and there's so many now you actually have to search. So let's say I want to feed it out to a Facebook page. Search Facebook, and there's always just the profile and then there's the actual page. So I'm just going to do the page. Clients don't generally give us access to their Facebook profiles, and we wouldn't want it anyway. So it allows us to act on behalf of an organisation. Now you would have had to have had them make you an admin on this page in order to do this process, which in this example I know Terry has. Okay, so then it says which Facebook page would you like to use with this and that. Well, I want to use it on one called SevGen. Got to find it though. Needle in a haystack. There it is. An update. Okay, cool. Channel connected. Job almost done. Next channel I want to connect is Twitter. I'm going to type it in. Click on it. Again, I need to connect. So in this case, I really need to log in as her. I know she's given me her details over on Teamwork when we do the project with her. Actually, I could just scroll down from here. I'll do a Command F and I'll search Twitter. That should help me find her logins real quick. Passwords, 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 passwords. There we go. There's a crazy Twitter password. And it was Waller_Terry. Okay, so what we want to do is get Twitter up on another window. Your login as you, log out, go in as the client, and then you can do your thing. Okay, so if I click on my face, terribly slow, and log out. Back to Twitter. Let me in again as someone else. Click on login. So I know her password, and it was actually, lost it. or Steve Jen. Yep. No, it was Terry Waller or something. Yeah, there it is. She's got one personal, and that's the one we did it on. She's more active on it. Let's log in. It never works when you know you're recording. Make sure there's no extra characters. Nope. Oh, what am I doing? It's not this one, it's Waller. Waller underscore Terry. We're in. Cool. Now we can return to if this and that, hit connect, and it's going to pick it up and run with it because we're all in the same browser here. Authorize the app. There we have it. We have 2 channels connected, Twitter and Facebook, which are her main channels. I'm just going to check. It wasn't an Instagram. It might have been. We also have Instagram. We also have Instagram. She didn't know her access on the day, so we'll just leave that out. Okay, back we go. Now we have channels. We have things to kind of connect. Now we're going to create what's called a recipe. So click on recipes and click on create a recipe. Nice huge action buttons. So the first thing we want to say is if this, which is in this case, if a blog post is published on this website, on this feed here, which is a RSS feed. So we're going to find RSS feed, RSS, that orange thing. If something goes out, new feed item, on this URL, create a trigger, then push it out, and you have to do them one by one. We'll do the Facebook page first. I want you to push it out to my Facebook page. I want you to create a status message, and I want you to say new blog post, and then we can always get some entry URL, and entry title. So it's going to say whatever the blog post name is and the title automatically. Now let's create that. If a new news feed from there, then create a Facebook feed with that. Say yes, and that, my friend, is now automated. How cool is that? Now you can do a little test here. Let's make sure it's going to run. It's been checked, should be good. You can log in and make sure it's what they call firing by logging in and seeing, oh yes, it ran, last week, last year. So you're going to have to post a new blog for it to then connect. Let me do one more, just repeat the process. It's essentially the same, but this time I'm going to push it out to Twitter. We find RSS, there. We say when it's a new item, when it goes there, then that. Not Facebook, Twitter. I want you to post a tweet. Lots of other options there, as you can see. And I'm going to say new blog post again and create action. And the really cool thing about this recipe is that yes, you can do it from your own feed, but if there's any other feeds of people that you think are 100% safe, 100% relevant, then you can actually auto retweet them. So for instance, on the Creative Collective page, everything that comes out of Google Australia, we retweet and basically say if it comes on their feed, share it automatically out to our networks, which puts a nice backbone into it, and then we're looking like we're really relevant because we're sharing Google stuff straight away. So there you have it, 2 new feeds in here for Terry. She's all set to go, and now all we have to do is inform her on the good old teamwork that we're done. So I hope you enjoyed my little lesson on how to set up if this and that and get feeds firing. That end.